And Jackson, handoff inside, burying him in the backfield, number 99. And it's playoff time. In this episode of the Madden 26 Pittsburgh Steelers franchise, we're in the wild card round playing against the Baltimore Ravens, who won the AFC North in a 4 and 5 seed matchup. We're 9-7-1, and yet we're the 5 seed. Pretty weak year for teams in the playoffs, especially on the AFC side. So Kansas City, 1 seed, they get the bye. Surprise, surprise. I don't know how to feel about this Baltimore Ravens game because we beat them once, and did we lose to them? I don't know, but we beat them pretty handily. Second game was definitely a lot closer, and Roman Wilson is out, and he's been our best receiver this season. Quite unfortunate. So we're rocking with DK Metcalf, John Mechie, and Ben Skoranek as our top 3 receivers. I still don't know how Chris Lewis is an X factor. That's beyond me. But I'm looking forward to this. Daniel Jones is our backup. We're rolling with Nathan Rourke. Here's my thought process, right? What did Mac Jones do? Because he's like a 73 overall. So I'm going to see what he did with the 49ers. 2,151 yards, 13 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 97.4 quarterback rating. If we look at Nathan Rourke, fewer yards, significantly higher rating, or passer rating, right? 112.4 to 97.4. More touchdowns, fewer interceptions, a little lower on the completion percentage. How many games did Jones do this in? Mac Jones did it on 289 attempts. We had significantly fewer attempts as well. So I think it's fair to say this stretch by Nathan Rourke, better than Mac Jones. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to take what Mac Jones' rating is, add a little bit for Rourke, and that's what we'll set him as. We're going to do that after the playoffs and before the re-sign phase. Meaning, if there's a situation where he wants a lot of money and we can't give it to him, he might hit the open market and go somewhere else. As far as motivations go, we have, pretty good job. Close to home international. I don't know if they take into account where, because I think he's actually from Ontario. And so, maybe Buffalo would be better. I don't know. But he cares about head coach win percentage. We have a good one with Tomlin. I think we have a good chance to re-sign him. And if we can do that, fantastic. And we might have our quarterback of the future, or at least for, the next couple of years in the series. Regardless, it's time to play the Ravens. We're going to do the entire postseason. And depending on how that goes, the offseason as well in this episode. I'm excited. I hope you're excited for it. We're back in the playoffs. And let's kick it off. Is that rain or is that just cloudy? I think it's just cloudy. I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. All right, Baltimore has the ball first, and they are driving down the field in the red zone. Jackson in the pistol. Henry behind him. Jackson handoff inside. Oh, we missed horribly. We were there. We just took an awful angle and paid the price. All right, a whole lot of nothing so far. Under center. I hate these formations. I hate playing against them. Jackson dropping back, looking to throw, scrambling around. Oh, he barely got it away. Highsmith was there. And that forces a 2nd and 10 in the red zone in the pistol again. Jackson tapping his helmet. And he's going to hand it off to Henry. Going left side, brought down after a gain of 4. Thank you, Malik Hooker, for kind of taking one for the team there and taking on Derrick Henry. Now, Jackson in empty. Bringing Henry, swinging him around. Dropping back, looking to throw. Jackson spinning. He's gonna score. He almost scored. Just spun out of a sack, runs it down to the 2. All that work for nothing. Man, he is such a cheat code. And Jackson hands off inside. Everybody rallies and gets Henry down for a loss. And Jackson, handoff inside, burying him in the backfield, number 99. Who is that? Shoot. Why am I blanking? Is that one of our rookies? I don't think that's Harmon. I feel so bad. He just made one of the bigger plays. It is Harmon. Let's go. All right, 3rd and goal from the 10. Jackson dropping back, looking to throw, scrambling around, sacked. Pierre on the blitz. Linderbaum is hurt for the Ravens. And we hold them to a field goal attempt. All right, bend, don't break. Plenty of time for the offense to get it together. And honestly, just go get some points before halftime. It's a close game. Defense has been playing phenomenally. You know, we bent quite far, didn't break, and that's just a bunch of negative plays. And the Ravens driving down. Looks like they're going to score before halftime. And they're just going to run out this clock. Jackson in the pistol. Wow, they're really taking their time. Handoff inside to Henry. Getting it down to the 6. We've done a good job keeping Henry contained. I guess our offense just hasn't been able to put up points so far. Our receiving group, not great. Wilson was our best receiver production-wise, and he's out. Jackson dropping, firing. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman finds the soft spot in the coverage, catches it, and scores. All right, I'm finally playing offense with a 3rd and 1 in the 3rd quarter. It's a 17-point game. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. Rourke, snapping the ball, handing off to Warren. Up the middle, breaking tackles. Jalen Warren down to the 34. And now we have another 3rd down. 3rd and 10 coming up. If I just got a couple more 3rd down plays, might have been able to really make something happen. Rourke firing low to Mechie. He's going to be short by a few inches. Rourke, only 34 passing yards on the day. What? What happened? Lining up in the gun on 4th and inches. Rourke snapping the ball, firing, Frymuth catch. Big gain from the tight end into the red zone. Wow, our offense just has not been moving the ball well at all. But now we find ourselves in the red zone, getting some 3rd quarter momentum here. Looking to score. Rourke dropping back. Finding Warren out of the backfield, breaking a tackle, gets 3. Rourke lining up in the gun again, dropping back, looking to throw. Firing, getting it to Mechie. 1st down at the 2. So Rourke putting together a very good drive this 3rd quarter, and he needed it. Now in the gun, snapping the ball, giving it to Warren. Inside, powers in for the score. Jalen Warren caps off, honestly, a make-or-break drive for us. In the end zone with a 2-yard run, he had that great 3rd down carry that sparked momentum. Maybe we can finally put together some drives and get some points. Oh, great interception. Turns into a touchdown. 4th quarter, 3rd down on the 27. I don't know if that was a pick 6 or what. But we came away with points, and Rourke dropping back, looking to throw, firing. Gainwell can't hang on and gets... Okay, maybe he didn't get hit. Someone got hit after the fact. Couldn't hang on. And Boswell made the kick. That scared me a little bit. Ravens in the red zone. If we can hold them to a field goal here, that would be huge. Press. Play some press. Come on, guys. Jackson in the gun. And he's going to keep it. Jalen Ramsey buries him. All right, 2nd and 14 coming up. Just over 4 minutes left in this game. Jackson making calls. Dropping back. Looking to throw. Firing over the middle. Shoot. We missed. Zay Flowers gets behind the defense. Jackson throws a strike. And Baltimore takes the lead. All right, down 7. We got 4 minutes left. Rourke, can we put together a 70-yard touchdown drive? Starting out under center, handing it off inside. Warren, good carry down to the 37. Metcalf on that deep shot. I like our odds. Rourke, snap, dropping back, scrambling around, setting, throwing it away. 3rd and 3 coming up. Need the 1st. In the gun, Rourke, dropping back, looking to throw, firing. Metcalf makes the grab. Metcalf running upfield. Metcalf gets thrown down at the 40. All right, Rourke in the gun. Taking the snap, giving it to Warren inside. Nice gain, gets knocked down by Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton has been throwing people down on the ground, left, right, and center. 2nd and 4 coming up. Rourke firing to Fryermuth, makes the catch for 2. Was hoping we could get more. Not much there. The Ravens. What is that? Is that supposed to be takeaways? Or just best overall defense? I feel like that's got to be takeaways. 3rd and 2. Rourke dropping, snapping, firing. Mechie can't bring it in. Go a little high. And now we have another 4th down coming up here. We made one earlier this game. Can we make another one? Rourke lining up in empty. Can he do it? Snap, drop, Rourke scrambling. Use your legs, buddy. Rourke scrambles upfield for the 1st. Rourke lining up under center. Gonna give it to Warren. We've got plenty of time. Let's use it. Nice blocks, Jalen Warren. 1st down. Jalen Warren down to the 7. All right, we've got time. No need to panic. In the gun, Rourke dropping back. Firing to Mechie. Makes the catch. Breaking a tackle down to the 3. Rourke in the gun again. Snapping. Giving it to Kenneth Gainwell. Gainwell runs in for the score. Now we left Baltimore plenty of time on the clock. So they have a chance to drive and take the lead to steal a win. Now, they could also just run this all the way down, so I can't go into just, pass committing just yet. As Jackson, play action fake. No, Mark Andrews. Come on, Patrick Queen, you got to carry that. And now they're on our 49, so not looking too hot here. Bringing over the receiver, Jackson. Handoff to Henry. Watt brings him down for a loss of 1, and they're running hurry up. In the gun. 32 seconds left. Dropping back, looking to throw. Firing over the middle to Zay Flowers. Wilson dives for the tackle. On the 35-yard line. This is like fringe field goal range, probably pretty good field goal range. Jackson under center. Turning, handoff to Henry. Wilson with the cut stick tackle. Buries him. Use a timeout. Now, please ice the kicker here. If this isn't an ice the kicker situation, I don't know what would be. Right? Potential game-winning field goal here. And yeah, he's iced from distance at home. 17 seconds left. Tyler Loop, kick, up, kick, going, wide. We have 14 seconds, let's do this. Rourke lining up in empty. We got a chance to get some points, and we're gonna try. Rourke missing Metcalf. Not good. All right, we gotta get, what is that, 16 yards? We can do that. Rourke in the gun, dropping back. Layering over Metcalf, can't make the catch. DK. We gave him a chance there and just couldn't come down with it. So either this is a quick throw and catch for some yards or we're going end zone. Well, it's neither. We get one more opportunity on 4th down to just take an end zone shot. And then it's overtime we go. If we hit Metcalf on that first throw, maybe a different story. But now, dropping back, Rourke looking, just gonna put everything in it. Send it to the end zone. That's, no way. Offense? Metcalf. Of course it's Metcalf. All right, we're playing all of overtime. Feel like that's only fair. Tails never fails. We have won the toss. We are going to defend. No, I didn't want to receive. I was trying to see. Okay, can we change it instead of defending like left or right to, defending like wind at our back? Because that's what I was trying to figure out. And then they were like, oh no, here you go. All right, Pierre catches the kick. Pierre running. Pierre, decent return to the 30. And now Rourke. Overtime situation for the young quarterback. They have smoked us in yards. Our defense has been getting turnovers, and that has helped us big time. Rourke gonna scramble. Rourke firing on the run. Couldn't get it to Gainwell. Is Warren hurt? No, he's not. It's just Gainwell's our third down back. Okay. Snap. Gainwell. Handoff. Carry. Inside. 3rd and 2 coming up. And now Rourke lining up in empty. Big 3rd down coming up here. Rourke dropping. Rourke firing. No! Do we punt? Think we gotta punt. Trust our defense. This is why I wanted to kick. Should have just said kick instead of, electing where we're receiving from. Punt is up. Oh, come on. Drop down, baby. No! All right, next score wins. Bringing up blitz. Man coverage. I want our safety to come over a little bit, but I understand not jacking up the alignment. That works. That works. That works. Under center. Jackson, handoff to Henry. Highsmith beats the block, gets him for a loss. Jackson in the gun, 2nd and 11. And he's going to keep it. Oh, no. Hooker sprints across to bring him down at the 44. Yeah, we knew that was going to get us eventually. Jackson in the gun. Henry to his left. Handoff inside, jamming up the middle. Henry breaking tackles down at our 44. They are definitely in field goal range. Yep, and they're going to throw. Jackson in empty. And they're bringing over Metcalf. Yeah, you can see it's man coverage. Dude, follow him. Yeah, I was going to say, follow not Metcalf, follow Henry. It was wide open. We were pretty lucky that went for only 1. Yeah, we're bringing a heavy blitz. I don't care. Jackson in the gun. Handoff to Henry. Cut stick from Wilson. We've held Henry to 40 yards on 20 carries today. That's a big win. And quarterback contained. That's a big win. Moving Mark Andrews over. Jackson in the gun. Henry's gas. Dropping back. Looking to throw. Over the middle to Andrews. Wilson gets stiff-armed. Andrews, are you serious? Rumbles for the first? Guys. How hard is it? There were 4 of you there. Giving it to Henry. Henry buried for another loss. Our defense has been lights out against the run. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's going to be enough. Jackson under center, dropping back, looking to throw. Trying to get there. Quick throw, brought down. 3rd and 10 coming up. All right, another blitz. Man coverage. This is how we're going to do it. Jackson in empty, or in the gun, sorry. And dropping back, looking to throw. Trying to get there. Porter broke it up. And now it's another field goal attempt for Tyler Loop. Can we ice him again? I hope so. I feel like this would also qualify. Kick in overtime. Going to be about a 50-yarder. Yeah, he's iced again. Quite a bit closer than the last one. Kick is up. Oh, no, that's down the middle. Nails that one. And we lose in overtime, all because it wouldn't let me, actually pick what I wanted to do. Damn, Rourke, not a great game, but I'm going to choose to believe in the body of work all season. 121 yards, 14 to 29, not great. On the ground, Warren, 82 yards and a score. Gainwell, 11 and a score. Rourke had some movement with his legs. Again, we're missing not our best receiver ratings-wise, but our best receiver production-wise. And it shows on this stat sheet. And Metcalf had some contested catches that I really would have liked him to come down with. Defensively, 9 total tackles and 2 TFLs from Peyton Wilson. A sack from Pierre, Watt, and Benton. A pick from Patrick Queen, which was a pick 6. So our team pulled out all the stops, and we just couldn't seal the deal. Well, we have an injury. Not like it really matters, but Keanu Benton out with another, a torn labrum. Out with an injury. Doesn't really matter. We're going to go ahead to the divisional. And then, you know what? We're going to do the rating adjustment for Rourke. We're going to do that now. And we're going to get him to, let's call it like a 74 overall. Because that's what, no, not Daniel Jones. Because that's what Mac Jones ended up being around. And Rourke played significantly better in the regular season. Tough playoff game, but happens. Down our best receiver as well. So let's do this right now. Makes him a 73. You know what? 73 is fine. Good enough. Good enough. Heck of a boost for him. Heck of a season for him. But can we extend him? Pro Bowl roster, who do we have? No quarterback, shocker. No running back, shocker. Connor Hayward at fullback, mostly because it's an extinct position. No, why are there only 4 receivers? I swear there were more. Anyway, no tight end, no center, no lineman. Watt at edge, Highsmith at edge, no defensive tackles. Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson, that's 5. Joey Porter, that's 6. All of them defensively, except for a fullback. And Stoll, I think that's our long snapper. And Jarrett, that might be our returner. So, 7 or 8 Pro Bowlers, none of them offensively except our fullback. And now we're going to the Super Bowl, where it's going to be the Ravens and the Seahawks. Jaguars, Raiders, and Ravens won round 1. Chiefs beat the Raiders, Ravens beat the Jaguars, and then the Ravens beat Kansas City in the AFC Championship game to get them in the Super Bowl on the NFC side. Packers beat the Lions, Seahawks beat the Giants, Commanders beat the Falcons. Then Eagles beat the Packers in a shootout. Seattle wins a close game against Washington, and then beats the Eagles in the NFC Championship game to set up an all-bird Super Bowl. Taking a look at the yearly awards, MVP goes to Josh Allen. Coach of the Year goes to Liam Cohen of the Jaguars. Allen, Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC. Crosby, Defense Player of the Year. Watt at 3. Highsmith at 6. Wilson at 5. Rookie of the Year goes to Crockett of the Browns. No Steelers. Defense Rookie of the Year goes to Freeman of the Browns. That's not good for us. Allen, Best Quarterback. Taylor, Best Running Back. Warren at 3. Receiver goes to Rice. We had no one. O-line goes to Zach Frazier. Heck yeah. And Santiago at 6. D-line goes to Crosby with Watt at 2. And Highsmith at 8. Wilson wins Best Linebacker, but no Pro Bowl? Okay. Queen at 7. DB goes to Moss of the Broncos. Porter was at 4. Fairbairn of the Texans gets Best Kicker. And Boswell is at 4. All right, well, not the end result we wanted. Let's take a look at the team and see how the lineup looks and if there's any dev trait increases. Frazier goes to a superstar. Wonderful. Defensively, superstar Queen, superstar Wilson, X-Factor Ramsey, that's expected. Sawyer is an X-Factor again. You got that during the year, so maybe we trade Highsmith for something. For an impact wide receiver, maybe. And the Ravens win the Super Bowl. Derrick Henry is your MVP as they barely beat the Seahawks 27-24. That doesn't make it any easier to swallow. Taking a look at the mock draft, let's see what we've got going on here. Any changes while just shuffling what edge goes when and what corner goes when. Ooh, Cardinals taking a quarterback. Browns taking a quarterback. Okay, then. I don't like any of these quarterbacks. They have us taking Troy Hall, deep threat wide receiver. We do need a receiver. He is a round 1 talent. We have him fully scouted, which is nice. All right. I can live with that. Let's take a look at the retirements. It looks like Devontae Adams, Kelsey, who signed a deal with the Seahawks this year, is retiring, and Joe Mixon as well. Ryan Kelly, center. Javon Hargrave, former Steeler. Tim Patrick, Clowney, Samalu, and Boswell all retire for us. All right, so that makes a need. Oh, wait, Samalu made the Pro Bowl. That's one on offense. So that gives us a path to get that X-Factor lineman to start. Keenan Allen retires. Adams, Grady Jarrett. Alex Singleton. Ethan Pocic. Grover Stewart. Devondre Campbell. Decent number of guys retiring. Evan Ingram retires. All right, and coaching carousel. Here's what we need to do. You are going, and you are going. Yeah, Kevin Stefanski, you're going to be our offensive coordinator because I think you're the best guy that's available. And defensive coordinator, who can we get? Please give me someone real. Aaron Glenn. All right, Aaron Glenn as our defensive coordinator. All right, and then for that, let's change up the schemes and the playbooks. And that's probably going to screw up all my favorited plays, but that's whatever. Kevin Stefanski is a West Coast zone run, so that's going to be the same. And then defensively, we need the Jets. A 4-3 scheme. Okay. And then that, I think, changes up this alignment. Yes, it does. So now we actually kind of need a Sam linebacker. We don't need as many defensive tackles. Okay, not bad. It also features the 5-2 playbook, or 5-2 formation quite a bit as well, which is okay. So we got to find a Sam linebacker. We'll see what we can get for Highsmith on the trade block, strictly because we have some value with Jack Sawyer. A lot of upgrades. Trey Benson, all these practice squad guys signing with a lot of upgrades. We can honestly just auto upgrade. Trey Benson is now an 80 overall running back that we have for like no money. Players ready to negotiate. Patrick Queen, he's now a superstar. We're gonna make him an offer. Perfect. Patrick Queen resigns. Troy Fontenot. We'll come back to you on the option. Gainwell can go, honestly. Broderick Jones can definitely go. Malik Hooker, we'll let him hit the market. Connor Hayward, we'll let hit the market. Nathan Rourke, 73 overall. He wants a lot of money. Can we make this a 2-year deal? He's going to test free agency. So Rourke, off an incredible year, is going to test the market. We're not giving him that kind of money on a franchise tag. Absolutely not. Daniel Jones is going to hit the market as well. Fontenot. We'll accept the option. Accept the option. Kick it down the road. Receiver, I think we can upgrade in the market or in free agency. Hayward, it's a fullback. Let's just keep him around. Perfect. And with all that being done, I think we're going to head to free agency. We'll take a look and see the team salaries and see if there are any like obvious cut candidates. Highsmith is a big one, and he's on an expiring deal, so maybe we should just trade him. Brady Christensen, we're going to look for a trade as well. No one else really has like big savings, if I'm being honest. Like we're not going to cut Watt, we're not going to cut Metcalf, we're not going to cut Freiermuth yet. Jalen Warren will keep. Overall, like pretty clean books. And we're going to move Chris Lewis to left guard because we have an opening there now. And now we have 2 superstars on the offensive line. So looking at this, receiver, we really need. Quarterback, we really need. Maybe a backup tight end as well. Wait, do they have? Maybe, you know what? If Hayward wants to play tight end, he can play tight end. We need a Sam linebacker for sure. We need linebackers. Safety. And if there's a difference maker at D-tackle, yes. If not, no real need to worry there. Taking a look at who's Jalen Carter, difference maker. Boom. All right, let's go down the list. Quarterback, Daniel Jones is the best guy. Oh, well, hey. We have Mac Jones and Nathan Rourke, 2 guys to choose from. Similar age, honestly. Anthony Richardson, he wants that much money? Are you serious? Maybe we'll bring Kenny Pickett back for like a backup role. Running back, we don't really need. Jalen Warren is the better guy, and you know, we have Trey Benson. Maybe James Conner on just like a flyer type of deal. Fullback, not much. Like I don't know if we need one. If I'm being honest, tight end. These guys want like just decent money for who would end up being like a backup tight end for us. So maybe, right, the play is we sign a fullback and then we just move Connor Hayward to tight end again. That might be the play. Offensive line, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we don't really need anyone. Edge, not much there. D-tackle, when I say difference maker, I mean someone like Jalen Carter. We could probably get a decent market going for Alex Highsmith. And we are trading Alex Highsmith to the New England Patriots in exchange for Marcus Jones, superstar corner, 85 overall, 2 years left on his deal, and a second-round pick in the 2027 NFL Draft. You know, I like seeing that teams are using the franchise tag a little bit more, even if it is mostly for long snappers. We obviously didn't tag anyone, but I skipped through the recap like an absolute goofball. So here we are. Signed DeMar Hamlin to a one-year deal. Tony Fields, middle linebacker. Michael Carter, corner. Preston Smith, a veteran mentor, edge defender. Mostly for the development of Jack Sawyer. He may be an X factor, but still has some things to learn. We signed Marcus Mariota to be a backup. Isaiah Simmons. Rourke signed the 2-year, $60 million contract. Not bad. Again, that's like this strange, I guess, middle-tier quarterback contract. It's not like $60 million, the franchise tag was. We signed Michael Mayer to be a backup tight end to a 2-year deal. We signed Sidney Brown, the safety, Calvin Austin, Jamal Adams, and then those are our coordinators that we signed twice. And then all the practice squad guys that made the team. Going into the draft, before we start it, things we need. Actually, it would be a lot easier to just go from here and go down the list. We need center depth for sure. We have Christensen on the trade block. We'll see. If we have to keep him, we have to keep him. Let's do this and get everybody here. So Rourke, I'm happy with where we're at quarterback right now. We need backup center, probably a backup guard as well. Receiver wouldn't hurt. Pat Freiermuth is only an 81 overall, so if we have someone that we like at tight end, and I think we do because we used our private workouts, and there might be a steal in the second round, and we have 4 second-round picks. Sam linebacker for sure. We signed Isaiah Simmons and moved him there. He did drop from a 76 to a 70 overall, but we will see. D-tackle, if there's a stud difference maker, maybe. Corner, I would say yes, because Ramsey's getting up there in age. Marcus Jones isn't much younger, and he's primarily going to be our slot cornerback. Safety, if we see anyone. Edge depth would be welcomed. We need special teams bad. I do have some guys on my draft board for those, 6th and 7th round selections. Specialists, I like where we're at. We're going to have Marcus Jones be the slot guy. And then Caleb Johnson, hopefully he can be the guy where we're going to have him be our power back. Jaylen Warren, last year of his deal, up there in age. Maybe a running back, if it makes sense, but I doubt it. We shall see. We have a lot of second-round picks as well, so I will, maybe trade some of those to get a veteran player. All right, let's see who goes first overall. It's going to be an edge defender. I feel like we know this already. Yeah, Riley Reinhardt, inside track all along. Let's just go ahead to our pick. And did they go with the quarterbacks? They did! The Cardinals and the Browns take quarterbacks. I don't know what that means for Kyler Murray. Cut in real life, signed by the Vikings on that veteran minimum deal. But I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Sloan, the receiver. Maybe he's not on our draft board. And that's because he's not particularly fast. I want to stick with our favorites. And if we go there, we have Troy Hall, the deep threat out of Texas. If we take a look at the physicals, look at that 40-yard dash. That's all I need to see to take him. Looking to add to our receiving room and build around the quarterback. It's going to be Nathan Rourke for now. Maybe someone else in the future. 16th in true talent. Yeah, speed, speed, speed. And he has 97 speed, hidden dev, 6 foot. What a pick right there. Our next selection is in the second round with pick number 16. And look at that. All those second round selections. Seeing some running backs go, some linebackers, edge defenders, corners. Let's look at our draft board, and we decided to have a tight end work out for us. And Owen Hughes is a top 5 talent. We're taking him with our first second-round selection. A. Take a look at the physicals. Uber elite athlete. The skills. Look at the hands. Look at the route running. We're going to take him. And does this mean he might replace Pat Fryermuth? Possibly. Getting up there in age, expiring contract. 4th best player. Reliable hands, too fast for linebackers. Dominates the 50-50 balls. 84 speed's all right. 6'5" is incredible. We're just building a heck of an offense. We thought about quarterback. Robinson, he's a 3rd to 4th rounder. Guerrero, day 3 talent. I don't like it. I don't see it. I don't like it. And now we have a lot of second round picks. We have 3 more picks this round. Let's take a look and see who's available. Right here, Luke Martin, we thought about it. Round 2 to 3 player. You know, maybe with one of our later picks, but I don't love it right now. Taking a look down the draft board. Got a lot of receivers, actually. Marcus Watkins, I might take with one of our later picks. He is projected to be a day 3 guy. I'm just trying to look real quick at what we got here, and it's not a ton. Let's see if we can trade away this selection. Probably should have started fielding offers earlier. We can get a future 2nd from the Browns, 2nd and 6th from the Titans. We can get a later 2nd this year, and then a 3rd and 5th and 7th next year from Seattle. This Raiders offer is quite tempting, but I like the future 3rd a lot more. I might go with the Seattle offer. That's what we're going to do. We'll trade down with the Super Bowl runner-up Seattle Seahawks. They can take our pick. Let's see who they end up selecting. Max Lynn, will linebacker. Someone I was definitely looking at. Taking a look at everyone else who was drafted here. Pretty good. We still need some offensive line depth, but I like where we're standing so far. Oh no, I didn't mean to skip that. Shoot, I didn't realize we were on the clock. And we end up taking Marcus Watkins, a linebacker. He was next on our favorites list. So, shoot. Blundered that one. Absolutely blundered that one. Oh boy. Panic trade, maybe? Who did I want to take? Oh, Luke Martin, of course. Buffalo takes him. There goes my master plan. All right, we're going to trade back with the Raiders, get a 2nd and a 7th next year, and an extra 6th round selection this year. We're really just loading up on draft picks. Sending picks into the future. You know what? Maybe there's going to be a big trade available later that we can pounce on with all these extra selections. 2nd rounder from the Bengals in 2 years. Got to keep that in mind. The Seahawks, they just want to give us a ton of future picks, and I'm on board with it. I'm absolutely on board with that. Thank you, Seattle. We will take your future selections. And maybe we'll give them back to you. Wait, the Seahawks just traded for their own pick back to take a running back. That's hysterical.
No. No, I want my picks back, all of them.
Let's try not to take every single receiver we see. We're going to take Jordan Whitworth, edge defender. Looking for some depth here. Nah, oh gosh, not good at all. 212 in true talent. Yikes. That's a lot better. May not be the athlete, but has the hands. I'm happy with that. 42nd overall. I'll take that. Catches everything. Normal dev, that's okay. Slot receiver, I can live with that. We are really rebuilding this offense from the outside in. All right, day 3 is upon us. What do we need? We still need lineman depth. That's what we need. All right, I can definitely take a chill pill on scouting receivers after this, and then special teams, can't forget those. Edward Dermott, quarterback out of Buffalo, projected UDFA. Hopefully he actually falls to being a UDFA. Miles Bullard, guard, probably going to be the pick. Move him inside to center just to get the extra center depth. Yeah, it's day 3. Let's throw some darts. See what he's got. Oh, insane athlete. Yeah, do it. 33rd. There we go. Hidden dev. I just got a thing for drafting hidden dev linemen, I guess. And pick 127 in round 4. We still have a ton of picks to make. We're going to go for Al Chamberlain here. Solid athlete at free safety. Decent coverage. Has the C zone coverage, which is very encouraging because I can't take a safety without decent coverage. 176 overall in true talent. Not bad. Not bad at all. I will take that. Good athlete. A accuracy. A kick accuracy. Where's the kick power? Oh, that would be a physical. Elite kick power. Let's do it. Decent kick power, so not great. And not great kick accuracy. But you know what? Let's do it. Take a special teams player. Won't boom punts, but has decent power. It's a punter, and it's someone who has cost controlled on special teams for a couple of seasons. I will absolutely take that. And let's round out the draft. I don't know how to evaluate this. I really don't. How do you lack discipline as a long snapper? Is my question. Edward Dermott, quarterback out of Buffalo, maybe, but again, I don't need to take another quarterback right now. We'll take the long snapper. Sure. 71? Okay. Reliable snapping. Looks strong on tape. What mental lapses? Missing snaps? Let's take a look at the draft recap and see what we got. We got a 77 overall in Troy Hall, an 80 overall tight end in Owen Hughes. That's the 4th best player in the draft. Marcus Watkins, 72 overall field general. We could probably move him to Sam, if I'm being honest. Whitworth, 66 edge, not bad. Connell. Why am I thinking Cornell? The school. That's why. At a 74 overall. Bullard, 75 overall right guard. Very nice. Chamberlain, 67, nice. Redding, 78. Beautiful. 67 overall hooker. 72 for the long snapper. And 65 for Williamson. Shoot. Who drafted the guy I wanted? Was it the Patriots? It was the Bills. They kept sniping my guys. Bills took Martin, 72 overall, 89 speed, not bad playmaker, and another receiver and a backup quarterback, Matt Saracen out of Illinois State. Saints took someone else that I was thinking about. They took Guerrero, 68 overall, strong arm quarterback, so yeah, not a ton there. Honestly, I like how we did. Lynn, someone I thought about. Reddick was who they traded back up into the first round to get. They took a quarterback too. Oh, Dermott. There we go. 67 overall. Not too bad. There was someone else who took a quarterback. We're just kind of scanning draft classes at this point. All right, and we have a position battle to talk about early in training camp. I have no idea who this would be.
Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success, but coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
Who is it? Trey Benson. He wants to make a push for the starting job at running back. I feel like every single one of these has been a running back. And we're going with Jaylen Warren. Simply put, we're going to stick with our guy. He was phenomenal last season. I don't see a reason to switch it up, so I'm not going to. And now we're going to get that text from Jaylen Warren like, hey, heard about this, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Yep, visitor, ready to do great things. Hey, he gained some morale. That's nice. Love to see that. Yeah, that's it. So we'll go through some training camp, go through the preseason, and then get ready to rock and roll. Wanted to make a push for the starting job. He gets a knee cartilage tear in preseason game number 1 against the Titans, where we lost 17-16. So, to help address the running back room, we brought back James Conner. We now have rookie OTAs, and I hope this works because last time it was really broken. These cutscenes rarely work. See, look, audio's jacked up. There we go.
There are a lot of hopes for this group, and one player was drafted to make an immediate impact in the lineup.
Marcus. All right, perfect. You know what? It is actually a rookie. I am absolutely here for this. Let's get you up to speed quickly. I believe this is the middle linebacker that we moved to Sam looking to... I don't think he was not a first rounder. He was not a first rounder, and you ruined it. All right, and this is what the week 1 roster is going to look like. Skill positions, seeing the most change. Hall going to get the nod at wide receiver 2. Johnson going to be RB2 behind Warren, and Johnson will also be the power running back. James Conner just kind of here to be RB3. Rourke, Howard, and Marcus Mariota as quarterbacks. The offensive line is a lot better than I thought it would be. Simpson, left tackle. Lewis, X-Factor left guard, because that's just funny. Frazier, 88 overall, superstar center. Bullard progressed very well throughout the preseason and is going to get the nod over McCormick. Also has the hidden dev, so there's a lot of upside there. And Font's now going to hold it down at right tackle. Frymuth is barely beating out Hughes for the starting spot. We'll give it to him. But man, he's got to do something to hang on to this starting job long term, especially because it just hasn't really been there. Then defensively, Watkins going to get the nod at Sam. Isaiah Simmons backing him up. Sawyer and Watt off the edge, with Preston Smith and Whitworth serving as backups. Defensive tackles, Harmon, Benton, McLean, and Davis. Linebackers, we have Queen at Mike, Wilson at Will. Corners, we're going to get Porter to start on the outside, Ramsey as well. Marcus Jones is going to be the slot guy. Sidney Brown at free safety, Elliott at strong safety. We're going to get Hall to return kicks. Hidden dev kicker, because why not? And yeah, Hall's going to return punts as well. Just get the rookie some snaps. Marcus Jones, backup punt returner. No complaints there. Yep, Jones in the slot, Warren as the third down back, and the gadget guy. We kind of don't have a gadget player, and I don't know what really goes into calculating this. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Roman Wilson as the slot receiver, Johnson as the power back, Benton as the nose tackle, Benton and Harmon as the interior rushers, Sawyer and Watt off the edge, with Preston Smith being the immediate backup to both of them. Wilson, Queen, Watkins in that order for sub linebackers. Practice squad is the practice squad. Got a running back, 2 receivers, including Williamson from our Great Lakes University Dynasty. Couple offensive linemen, some edge defenders. Yaya Black just barely missing out on the roster again. Going to be the practice squad. And some more DBs and linebackers. So that's really it. Looks to be in a good spot. Still looking for a quarterback, as we always are. We'll see. We are really just holding the quarterback position together with, chewing gum and masking tape at this point. Hoping for a more permanent answer, but we got to roll with what we got for a brand new season. And we're going to kick it off when we host the Chiefs.